Hello and welcome to Uncommon Games Showcase. In this installment, I'm talking about Rockman 4 Complete Works for the PlayStation 1. Released in Japan in 1999, Rockman Complete Works were enhanced ports of the first 6 Famicom Rockman titles with extra bonus features including freshly arranged soundtracks, a new user interface, a hint system, and some post-game content I'll get into in a few minutes. Priced at 3,000 yen each, the Rockman Complete Works set were eventually ported to the PlayStation 2 by Atomic Planet under the title Megaman Anniversary Collection. The PlayStation 2 version was released coinciding with the GameCube version, but Atomic Planet did not do a very good job with these ports. The PlayStation 2 version only supports 480i, has most of the features from the Japanese original stripped, and to add insult to injury, has very noticeable volume issues. If you turn up your TV, you can actually distort the audio in the games. That's just bad programming. It's awful. But it's not just the PS2 build. Released at the same time for GameCube, the GameCube version of Anniversary Collection does not feature remixed music at all, and worse, famously has the backwards controls where the B button on the GameCube controller shoots, and the giant A button, or the B button jumps, and the giant A button shoots, which is the complete opposite of how it should be. And that means that this version is virtually unplayable if you've grown up or grown accustomed to the controls. It's really a shame. But Atomic Planet wasn't done yet. Then, a year later, in 2005, Atomic Planet released the Xbox version of Mega Man Anniversary Collection that has the same issues as the PlayStation 2 build with its audio, but does support 480i, or 480p I should say, but also introduces graphical glitches that are not present in either the GameCube or PS2 version. So either you're getting one version that has bad music, you're getting one version that has bad controls, or you're getting one version that has glitches. Take your pick. Mega Man Anniversary Collection is a compatible game for the Xbox 360, but when you use an Xbox 360, it has even worse graphical glitches. So, yeah. All that being said, the game I'm going to be talking about today is Rockman 4 A New Ambition as part of the Rockman Complete Works collection. So, the original Rockman 4 itself is a rare game. It was released in 1991 and ported to the NES, and here's the NES version, a short time later. The 1999 port of the Rockman Complete Works series finally started to shine with the release of Rockman 4 for the Rockman Complete Works series, and that was because Capcom's efforts to completely arrange the soundtrack in this game right from scratch. For this video, I'm going to be using the PlayStation Network version as I don't actually own Rockman Complete Works, because nowadays the game costs upwards of $90 to import a single entry in the series. Or you can get it from the Japanese PSN for about 600 yen each. It's also available, Rockman 4 Complete Works, is available for the North American PSN in the PS1 Classic section. Alright, so all that said, let's turn it on and get this going. Here we go. So I got my PS3 here. See, here's Rockman 4. Load it up. Of course, since it was only released in Japan, the game will be completely in Japanese, but even so, the game, if you don't speak Japanese or read Japanese, the game is fairly easy enough to figure out. Alright. So, it's now loading the memory card, or the virtual memory card, loading the data. And there we go. Here it is, Rockman 4 Complete Works, a new ambition. Alright, so when you're at the main menu, Rockman 4 has many options. The options, starting from the top, you have the original mode, which is the straight Famicom version with no enhancements. You have Navi mode, which is the Famicom version with enhancements, including enhanced music and a few other features. You have Dr. Light's Lab, which is a mode that allows you to access things such as like a bestiary or you know, of minor enemies, character guides, who people are, as well as some post-game content, but I'll get into that in a minute. Here you can change the controls. Now the controls are pretty interesting, or the options menu. Here you can change the difficulty, which is something you could not do in the original version. So you can have it under very easy here, or normal, or if you beat the game, the original game on normal, without the enhancements, you unlock hard mode, which is the same game, but enemies never drop any health. There's no health items whatsoever, and there's no E-tanks, so you have to get through the game with just whatever your stock health is. Okay, here you can change the controls. The controls, because the original game only used two buttons, the A and B buttons, as well as start and select, I guess, or start, didn't use select. You can now assign any of the controls to any button. Now, by default, shoot, the regular shot is with the X, or with the square button. Jump is with X. You can slide, which is normally done by pressing down and jump, but now you have a dedicated slide button. You can change weapons on the fly without going to a menu by pressing L1 and R1. L2 will bring up the rush abilities, and R2 will allow you to use item abilities. And by default, triangle allows you to rapid fire. And in addition to that, there's also a rumble support. Rumble works as whenever there's an explosion on screen or Megaman takes damage, the screen will shake, or the controller will shake, I should say, which is kind of neat, you know. This is back to default settings, and this is back. All right, let's get out of here. Down here is Pocket Station support. Now, if you had a Pocket Station, which was a small little LED thing sort of around the same time as the Dreamcast VMU, you could download a Japanese-only little mini-game to that. But I don't have that, so I'm not going to talk about that. And the one that's in question marks is Sound Test, which I haven't unlocked yet. And down here is this post-game options mode. This mode here allows, this mission mode tasks you to complete a bunch of progressively more difficult missions, and also times you how long it takes you to complete them. Alright, so you guys want to see, you know, the main feature. But before I get that, I'm just going to go to Dr. Light's Lab here. Now, as mentioned before, when you beat the game for the first time, you unlock what are called battle data. And the battle data points are awarded for every enemy that Megaman defeats. Every enemy is worth a certain amount of points. And when you reach thresholds, you'll unlock these abilities here at the very bottom. These include being able to jump higher than you normally would be able to, being able to automatically charge your Mega Buster. This allows you to use half the weapon energy. This one makes your Buster shots move faster. This one makes your charge shots move faster, and so on. And the more points that are required, the better ones you get. You eventually get one that will allow you to charge your Buster much more quickly and move more quickly and that sort of thing. So you can choose any two of these at once. So I'm going to start off with this one, and whoops, I gotta go here. This one, and how about jump higher? Okay, those two abilities. So let's exit, and main attraction, Rockman 4 Complete Works. Here we go. but since this is the PlayStation version, you can also save to the memory card. But before we do that, I'm just going to start a new game. So let's choose a robot. Let's start off with Skull Man. So the two abilities I chose were Jump Higher, which now allows me to jump about half the screen height, and the Buster Shot will move faster. Megaman 4 was the first Megaman game allowing you to charge a Buster Shot. This really impressed me as a kid, this part. And once you complete a stage, you can press select and optionally save your game. So let's choose yes. Reading the memory card, looking for saves. And here are my saves. Save the game. Override the save. Now saving. Save. Alright, stage select. Let's try another stage. How about Drill Man? As mentioned before, I can switch weapons by pressing L1 or R1. The skull barrier isn't very useful. being able to jump so high changes the gameplay a little bit. Made the same mistake again. For help. Come on, give me some help. Thanks. Game over. Let's save the game. And just briefly, let's reset and go back. And I'm going to load the completed save that I have and show you one more thing that's pretty cool. do that, but even so, show you something that's pretty cool. Hopefully I did this right. And I did. Check it out. Helpless Megaman. Thanks for nothing, Eddie. And with that, I'm going to put it into a video. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and if you want to see more episodes in this series, check the video description down below, and I'll see you guys next time.